Now, let's discuss how to solve a system of ODE using fourth order Rajkata, or we call it as SRK4. So first of all, let's see the formula first. Okay, for single for RK4, so the formula is, so we have xi plus 1 is equal to xi plus h. And then we have yi plus 1 is equal to yi plus h over 6. And then we have k1 plus 2k2 plus 2k3 plus k4. And what is k1, k2, k3, k4? So formula for k1. So k1 is equal to f xi yi. K2 is equal to f xi plus half h yi plus half k1h. And then k3 is equal to f xi plus half h yi plus half k2h. And for the last one, k4 is equal to f xi plus h and yi plus k3h. So this is formula for single. How about system? So since system you have two equation, that means three variable. So you will have three equation. Okay, equation for x, equation for y, and equation for z. And if you refer to the single, to calculate y, you must have k1 until k4. So same goes to system. So for y, you must have k1 for y, k2 for y, k3 for y, k4 for y. How about z? Okay, same. You will have k1 for z, k2 for z, k3 for z, k4 for z. So, okay, you have double equation from single. Here is the formula for RK4 for system. So first one we have xi plus 1 is equal to xi plus h. And then we have for yi, so yi plus 1 is equal to yi plus h over 6 multiply with k1y plus 2k2y plus 2k3y plus k4y. So what is K1, K2, K3, and K4? So K1 is equal to F1, Xi, Yi, Zi. K2 for Y. This is for K1 also for Y. So K2Y is equal to F1 multiply with F1 Xi plus half H, Yi plus half K1YH, and then we have Zi plus half K1ZH. Okay, and then how about K3Y? So K3Y is equal to F1 Xi plus half H, Yi plus half K2YH, Zi plus half K2ZH. Okay, and for K for Y is equal to F Xi plus H, Yi plus K3YH, and then we have Zi plus K3ZH. So this is for Y. Okay, so how about for Z? So we have Zi plus 1 is equal to Zi plus H over 6. Then multiply with K1Z plus 2K2Z plus 2K3Z and lastly plus K4Z. Okay, so what is the formula for K1Z, K2Z, K3Z, K4Z? Okay, exactly same like the Y part, but the difference is, okay, we just change K1Y to K1Z, K2Y to K2Z, K3Y to K3Z, and K4Y to K4Z. So for K1Z, we have F2, Xi, Yi, zi. K2z is equal to F2. Xi plus 1 over 2h. Yi plus 1 over 2 K1YH. And then Zi plus half K1ZH. And then K3Z is equal to F2. Xi plus half H. Yi plus half K2YH. And Zi plus half K2ZH. And for the last one, for K for Z is equal to F2 Xi plus H, Yi plus K3YH, and the last one Zi plus K3ZH. So this is the formula for system using RK4. Now let's try one example. Okay, solve system by using RK4. So this is the previous example we saw for Euler. So we have two differential equations. So this is equation number 1. So this one will be our F1. This is equation number 2. So this will be our F2. Alright, and this is our initial condition. And interval x from 0 until 1, and the increment is 0.5. So if we sketch our timeline, so we have x0 is equal to 0. Increment is 0.5, so x1 is equal to 0.5. And x2 is equal to 1. So we just stop until 1 because the interval starts from 0 until 1. And given our initial condition, y0 is equal to 2 and z0 is equal to 4. And we need to find the value for y1, z1, and also y2, z2. So this is the solution. So for the first iteration, I is equal to 0. So our x0 equal to 0, y0 2, z0 equal to 4. So this is formula for y. Yi plus 1 is equal to yi plus h over 6 multiplied with k1y plus 2k2y plus 2k3y plus k4y. Same goes to z. So zi plus 1 is equal to zi plus h over 6 multiplied with. So k1z plus 2k2z plus 2k3z plus k4z. So we need to calculate our k1y, k2y, k3y, k4y, k1z, k2z, k3z, k4z first. So by using the formula, so this is the calculation. Okay. So we continue here. So this is ky3 until kz4. So after we already calculate start from k1y until k4z, so we just substitute into the formula. So this is value for y1 and this is value for y2. This is for the first iteration only. Okay, that means we just have value for this is x0, x1, x2, y0, z0, y1, z1, y2, z2. Okay, we already calculate, this is, we have the value, we already calculate for y1 and z1. Now, we are going to calculate y2 and z2. So, how to calculate? Proceed with the second iteration. Okay, second iteration, that means I equal to 1. So, you need to start the process again. Start by calculate k1y, k2y, k3y, k4y. Then continue with k1z, k2z, k3z, k4z. Okay, then you can get the value for y2 and z2. So I hope everybody can understand all the discussion. So if you have any problem, okay, directly ask your lecturer. Thank you guys. See you again.